Welcome back to Profila Binding shoe reviews. Today we're going to be comparing the Allen Edmonds Bartlett and the Alden 911. Which one do I think is better? But more importantly, which one should you buy? Hopefully, I help you answer that question. The Bartlett is essentially a strand, but built on the 201 last with a highly soft leather from a French tannery. The leather lining is lambskin, which further makes the shoes even more comfortable. Speaking for myself, I find the 201 last only slightly roomier than the 65. However, others I know of would completely disagree, and they fit well in the 65 but have a lot of trouble with the 201 because it's too large. So this is one of those last you'll definitely have to try for yourself if you have experience with the 65. I much prefer the Bartlett over the Strand, but mainly because the materials are better and the shoes are more comfortable. The uppers on these have a noticeable burnishing that isn't completely even or balanced throughout the shoes. I personally like this look, but it's something to consider. This pair had a little dark brown spot on it, and that's why these were sold as factory seconds. The outsole on this pair looks really good compared to several other pairs I've seen. I really like how the heel stack looks. This is one of the Bartlett shoes that was produced sometime after 2017, so it has that updated insole sock liner. Having owned a pair of brown Bartletts from 2017, I can say that the brown pair insole feels softer and it's a little bit more comfortable. The Bartlett has a nice padded cushion under the heel portion of the shoe where the sock liner is, and it's also lambskin. Keep in mind though that some Bartlett shoes can stain your socks a dark red color due to the lambskin lining. This happened to me on my brown pair. However, the bleeding did eventually go away with time. The Bartlett's retail price is $530, although it often goes on sale for $369 or even a little bit lower at times. The 911, on the other hand, is a great alternative to the Bartlett, but differs in many ways. The most obvious is that rather than having 6 eyelets, there are 5. Some people do not like the 5 eyelet look because they find it looks less balanced than 6. I personally don't mind it at all, and I think it looks fine. The 911 is made on the Hampton last, which is a little bit more wide in the ball area than the 201. And it's a little bit shorter than the 201. The overall volume I find is a little bit less above the toes, but I personally find the instep room to be about the same as the Bartlett, or maybe slightly more roomy. Others have found the Hampton to be far more accommodating for a high instep than the AE 201, so you definitely have to try this for yourself. The leather on the upper and lining is not quite as soft as the AE leather, but it's still soft enough that I would say it requires very little break-in time. This pair in particular had a more darker orange color than the Bartlett. The detailing is great, and the color is totally uniform throughout. The heel cushion on the 911 is thicker than the Bartlett, while the ball area uses their standard leather insole. In addition, the 911 uses a steel shank inside the shoe. I personally love how Alden's heel cushions feel, especially when I'm walking on hard pavement for a long time. The outsole looks great and the attention to detail is impressive. Alden really packs a lot of quality into each pair. The 911's retail price is $569 and it never goes on sale. There are some websites where you can find Alden shoes at a discount, but it's still much more rare than AE. I recommend searching eBay and other sites to try to find deals on Alden. Also, consider the Shoe Mart, as they carry Alden factory seconds at a discount. Both of these shoes are so versatile and can be worn with so many different combinations. So let me rate each pair on a couple of different areas. Number 1, leather quality and raw materials. Which one do I think has the edge? I'm going with AE on this one. I find the leather color looks better, but it's also softer than the Alden 911. 2, finishing and quality control. I find Alden wins in this area. Alden is able to put more time into each pair because they make far fewer pairs than AE makes, so this is not surprising. Both the Bartlett and the 911 have wheeling, or known as fudging, but I find the Alden is a little bit cleaner. 3, insole comfort. This is really tough because both are highly comfortable, so in this case, I'm going to have to say it's a tie. 4, support. Definitely Alden. The added steel shank gives an extra level of support that I greatly appreciate, but keep in mind the AE Bartlett is also highly supportive. 5, upper comfort. I would say the Bartlett. The softer leather and the lambskin lining cradles my feet and just feels a little more comfortable. And number 6, the last. This is a totally subjective answer, but I prefer the 201 over the Hampton. Why? Because it's roomier in the toe area, and it just so happens to fit my foot a little bit better. However, I know of men that cannot wear the 201 last at all and find the Hampton fits them really well, so you have to try this for yourself. Of course, price is another thing that you'll have to consider. The Alden is a lot more expensive at $570, and even the factory seconds are still $400, whereas the Bartlett can be found at $369, and you can even find them for around $180 as a factory second. So there's quite a big difference in the price. So, which one is better? Well, I can't give you an objective answer to that question. I can only give you my opinion. Overall, I find the Bartlett a little bit better than the Alden. The reasons being is that for me, the last fits better, and I also like the burnished look of the Bartlett and the soft leather. However, that is not to say that the 911 is inferior in any way. They're both really high quality shoes. So the bottom line here is, I have a huge admiration for both AE and Alden shoes, and either way you choose to go, I'm sure you will not regret your decision. They both make great quality shoes. I also encourage you to support these American companies if you can. I realize right now money is very tight for many of us with the economy. However, if you are in the market for a pair of shoes like these, I highly recommend them both. That does it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this helpful.